and I think it is.
Nice. And what about you, Antonio? It's your first time here on Talk and Talk? Antonio, can you hear me? I think you're muted. But okay, so we are on live at YouTube, and before I divide us in some smaller rooms, I need to share some points. So what is Talk and Talk? Talk and Talk is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, and advanced English speakers, and the live conversation meeting for all levels. And it's good to remember that's not a class. So this is not a regular class, and we are not here to teach you anything. However, you're gonna learn by practicing in a real environment. And how Talk and Talk works. As I said, I will split you in small groups to make the conversation flow better and for everyone have the opportunity to talk. When you in the small room, please choose a leader, and the leader will read the questions for everybody to answer. Our philosophy. So we are here to develop our fluency and become confident as an English speaker. So please be respectful, don't correct anyone, and enjoy it. We are on live at YouTube. So these meetings are broadcast to our YouTube channel. And at least if you want to have access to focus on conversation that are not recorded with a teacher and material, you can find out information on talkandtalk.com.br. They are classes for beginner and intermediate students. So Antonio, now I can see you. It's your first time here? Antonio, can you hear me? Yes, no problem. I'm not listening you, but you are muted, okay? But I will divide us in small rooms. One moment. So see you guys at the end of this meeting, okay? I will divide us in small rooms. See you. So, okay, now we can start to discuss about the healthcare and the technology. So before all, I would like to know a little bit about all of you. So Marconio, can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Yes, of course. You asking if the first time is not my first time in Talk and Talk, but it's my first time with you. So
yes,
my name is Marconio. I'm living in São Paulo. I'm student and software engineer, web software engineer, front end, and
yes,
I'm married. I'm 28 years old. This is it.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Heitor, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Heitor. I'm 38, live in São Paulo, married with a little son. I work as quality assurance for a cashback company. And I'm here to improve my English to try to get a broad job. I think that.
Nice to meet you. I think I saw you in other meetings here. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. Yes. So Antonio, can you introduce yourself? We are not listening you. You are muted. We cannot listen you, unfortunately. So Juraci, can you introduce yourself?
Oh yes. My name is Jurasi. I live in Campinas. I'm married. I have a daughter of 6 years old, and I'm a solution engineer. I think it's that.
Nice. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So I don't know, Antonio. I think have some problems with the audio. So I will start the questions, okay? But when Antonio can talk with us, he introduce yourself to us. So let's start with the question. So Jurasi, can you start with the question one? How do you
Yes.
believe technology can influence our quality of life?
Um, I believe that technology can influence our life. Well, I think today we use a lot of technology like wearables, like for example, a smart watch, where you have some mechanism that can identify if you fell off, then the watch can how can I say start some mechanism to help and see if you are okay. So I think that it's a kind of let me see the question again. Yeah. It's a kind of technology that is influence our day by day. And for example, now as well as we are dealing better with that pandemic situation. I think all the the technology, not only in healthcare, help us at least to keep up with our work day by day and work from anywhere. So there are, I think there are a lot of influence from the technology on that way.
Yes.
I don't know if
Yes.
you guys agree.
Yes, I agree with you. So before we start to answer, I need to introduce myself. I forgot this. Sorry. So my name is Jean. I'm from Paraná. I'm 19 years old, and I work as backend developer. And this is my third meeting here as host on TNT. So it's a pleasure to have all of you here. And I wanna learn English with all of you here in this environment. So, Heitor, what is your opinion about it? How do you believe technology can influence our quality of life?
Actually, I think in a lot of ways. I saw in the start of the pandemic, China developed some systems then follow you where you went to, for example, in a supermarket. And when your COVID-19 exam get positive, they trace your way, your routine, alert all the people, then maybe meet with you in that place. So I think it's fantastic because they are able to control who may be being infected by you. So I think that is a lot of way to improve our health quality with technology. And for example, smartwatches, they monitor your beat heart or your pressure, maybe call to emergency telephone if you have some problems, some issues with your health. For example, apps that can control your medicines if you already take some pills or some vaccine, for example. I think technology just make our health better because we can access all the data about us. For example, how much exercise we did, or we have to do, I think it's a good way to manage our health life.
Yes, I agree. In my point of view, as we have technology in our daily, it's easier to have information about what we need and about, for example, exercises that we want to do. As you said, the smartwatch, we can notify if we need to do one exercise or if you need to drink water, for example. It's some of notifications that notify us that we need to do something to be better in our quality of life. So I think this is one way that the technology can help us, but the technology can help us, for example, can help us to study. And when we study, of course, we can have a quality of life better in the most of case, of course. And in my point of view, it's some points that the technology can help us to have a better quality of life. And what about you, Marconio? What do you think about it?
I think technology and health, like, let me see, quality of life today is so closer because everything involves technology. Since then, information, when you're searching for quality of life, you're searching for I don't know, for things that then improve your quality of life. And then when you're a doctor, for example, you use technology in your daily basis. I mean, in your instrumentos, let me see, in your tools, everything have technology. So technology is in everything.
Yeah, that's true. So let's move to the next question. So, Heitor, which technology do you think is essential for your quality of life?
Unfortunately, none of my health, because I'm not a usually user of health apps. Unfortunately, it's my fault. But I used to like to take somewhat smartwatch to monitoring my beat heart. I think is maybe a good thing to your health to see if you are having a balanced life. So maybe I will try near future.
Yes. And what about you, Marconio? Which technology do you think is essential for your quality of life?
I'm in the same field. I don't actually using any, let me see, any gadget or anything like that to improve my quality of health. I don't know. I think I don't use anyone. No one.
Okay. And what about you, Juraci? Do you use some technology that is essential for your quality of life?
Oh, yes. That's gonna be funny. But yeah, I use technology to improve my quality of life. I have how can I say uh um I have a poor uh, uh, quality of sleeping, and I think 2 years ago, I went to the doctor and I did some exams and tests, and they just discovered that my quality of sleeping was very, very poor. So they introduced to myself a tool called CPAP. I don't know. I don't know if you guys ever heard about that, but it's a equipment that help you to sleep and get better sleep with it. So I because I have some apnea. I think is that, and very severe. And what's happening is that even if I sleep, I don't rest myself enough. So that CPAP equipment, that helped me to have a better quality of life. So this is a technology in a way that I can, how can I say, have a better night of sleep, and I can do my work in the next day. Otherwise, you will feel very tired to do your daily job.
Yes.
Make sense? Make sense?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And in my case, I use technology that helped me a lot. It's a Blu-ray filter in my computer and in my smartphone. So as I think everybody here use a lot the computer at the day.
Yeah.
And I have in my computer and my smartphone a Blu-ray filter that allow the number of Blu-rays, all right, that come from my eye. I have a filter in my glass too, and it helped me a lot. My eye don't stay a lot. How can I say this in English? I forgot, but I don't need to force my eye a lot. All right, when we use this kind of filter, and I think I don't know if
It's like a protection.
Yeah, it's a protection.
From the screens.
From the screen. Yeah, you can turn on in your smartphone and in your computer. All right, it's one option of the Windows and for example, the Android. I think every smartphone have this possibility. The newer smartphone, and it's in my case, it's so good. I see a lot of difference when I use this kind of filter and when I don't use this. And the end of the day, my eyes is so different when I use this. And for me, it's essential for my quality of life. So let's go ahead to the next question. So Marconio, how do you think technology can help us stay healthy?
Like you said, I think technology is today's day a common way to help us in everything we do. Like you said, you pass a lot of time in front of computer, so use tool to not to harm your eyes. And technology is about that, to improve your quality of life. Is that a question? Let me see again. How do you think technology can help your health?
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy. I think it's that I don't have a answer, build an answer in mind, but I think it's that.
Okay. And what about you, Juraci? How do you think technology can help us stay healthy?
Oh, I can keeping use my example as I'm a CPAP user. So if Jan, if I not using that technology, for sure, I remember before I start to use that, at 8 o'clock, for example, I was very, very tired. I have to sleep but when I sleep, I didn't have the good rest. So I wasn't have a very good quality of life. So in that way, the technology can help me stay healthier,
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
In my case, I have some apps in my smartphone that I use to know how much kilometers I run with a bike, for example, or I run at the street. All right. And in this app, we have some challenges that you need to complete in your week, for example, in a month. For example, I have one goal to run, for example, 20 kilometers in 2 weeks. And I think this kind of application, this kind of technology, it's a motivation to me to practice exercise and to help me stay healthy. Right? It's one kind of technology that I use to be motivated and to stay healthy, because when I complete these exercises, I be so motivated and I wanna do more. And in my case, it helped me a lot. And what about you, Heitor? How do you think technology can help us stay healthy?
I think you guys gave a lot of examples, but I can think maybe someone then like to exercise, maybe control your routine, your food on some apps. And I don't think it's something relation with the health, but I try some musics to keep focus. And because I have a huge problem with focus. So I think that something relation with that. And I already tried some diet app. They control what you eat, how many calories do you eat in your day, and how left you could still eating. And but I think every new day someone develops something new to help our health. As you say, a protection from Blu-ray, it's something amazing. I remember when I used my first computer, you can buy some screen, you put in front of your monitor, and was very expensive and very ugly actually. But I think that the same result as your app.
Yeah.
So I think
And
that
we have it in our glass, for example.
yeah,
My glass have this technology.
yeah, mine too. So I think that
Yes, okay. And answering these three first questions, I think we already have answered the question 4. How do you think technology can help us in the practice of physical exercises? I think everybody have answered. Some wanna add one more point, and how technology can help us practice physical exercises, or we can go ahead to the next question.
I think you're going ahead.
So, okay, let's skip the question 4 and then go to the question 5. So, how do you see the influence of technology on your quality of life in the work environment? So, Juraci, can you start answering the question 5?
So how do you see the influence of technology on your quality of life in the work environment? This is a really good one. I think like for example, you have those apps that can help us aware of the time when you need to take a break, for example, or also the protections that you have in your glasses. Um, uh, or for example, when you wash your hands and you take less than I think 10 seconds or 20 seconds, your wash can remind you, hey, we are on pandemic. You should at least take a little bit longer to do that, so that can prevent yourself to get not only COVID but any disease. So I think that can influence your quality of life on your work environment.
Okay.
Those kind of things.
Yes, yes. And what about you, Heitor? How do you see the influence of technology in your work environment?
I think it's hard to see something that could help you in environment work, in my opinion, of course. I think it's hard to find some companies then concerned about your health in work. They concern about your efficient, but they don't realize then you have to be a good health to be more efficient. And I don't know, sometimes I saw companies doing meditation, but it's not a connect with technology just to keep your mind clean, to work better. And but I never seen anything relation with quality of health in your work environment, for be honest.
Okay. And what about you, Marconio? How do you see the influence of technology on your quality of life in the work environment?
Let me see. One influence. I use one app I forgot to say before. His name is Pomodoro. Never. It's not it's a technique I see.
Yes.
Pomodoro. When you control timing to work, timing to relax. This is, for me, is improve my quality on my work, to focus when I need to and relax when I can. So I think in my work, in my daily, I use this to get healthy. If I don't do this, I work hard for 2, 3, 4 hours. When I realize I lost the focus for a long time ago. So I use this to improve my focus, my quality on my study, on my work.
Yes. I tried to use this technique, the Pomodoro, but the original technique, I think it's 25 minutes working and 5 minutes
You can adapt it to
Yes.
you. You can 1 hour, 30 minutes,
Yes.
whatever.
I use 1 hour. For me, 25 minutes don't work.
20, I think is suggestion.
Yes,
Only
yes,
suggestion.
exactly. For me, it works with 1 hour, and for me, it's a good technology. It notify me when I need to get up and walk on the house, all right? Because if I start to work, I will pass 5 hours sit down, and I will get up just when the lunchtime, all right? So this kind of apps really help us in my case, in my work environment. And as I said, I spend a lot of time at the front of computer. So the Blu-ray filter for me, it's essential. And as Heitor said, some kind of sound, some kind of music that help us to be focused. So we have some kind of musics, and for me it's good. I like to listen the rain sound. All right, for me it's good, and it's not a kind of technology, all right, but it's a kind of sound that help me in my quality of life in the work environment to stay focused on the most of times. So let's go ahead with the question 6. So Juraci, can you start? Can easy access to information through the internet be beneficial to our quality of life?
Can easy access to information through the internet be beneficial to our quality of life? Oh, sure, because I think that when we have that kind of information on the internet, we can see some behavior in partners, like for example, all the data from the COVID situations. Our government can understand how the population are getting sick and have some, how can I say, some have some some new ways to keep people from get to work and have some social distance and prevent from more people to get sick, and we have some more people on the hospital, you know. So I think that information, I think, because I used to work with the health states health secretary of São Paulo, and we help the government to analyze the data of the population. So in that way, I think we help them to put that information on the internet, so all the population can have that kind of data, you know. I think it's beneficial for everybody.
Yes. For example, the government have one website that we can see a lot of charts about the COVID-19, and it's one of kind of technology, the data analysis that can help us to understand better the pandemic situation and to try to prevent us to get this health problem. And it's one kind of the access to information it's beneficial to our quality of life. Another example, for example, it's easier now to find exercises on internet, so you can enter at YouTube and you can search about exercises that you can do at your house. And this is good because we don't need necessarily to every time personal training in your trainings. Right, in some moments, for example, in a pandemic situation, do exercise at home helped a lot. People that really like to go to the gym, but the gym is closed, and this kind of access to information help to continue working out, and of course it's good for the quality of life and the health. And what about you, Marconio? What do you think? Can easy access to information through the internet be beneficial to our quality of life?
Of course. In COVID-19, some people need eu não sei falar psicológico, psychology, sei lá.
Yes.
And it's not a possible in a hard time. So, like we're doing here, they continue keeping your having yours consulting in on day. So I think it's this kind of access, not everyone has, but those have was good for them.
Yes, of course. And we have the telemedicine, right? And we can access, for example, doctors online. We don't need in some cases, go to the hospital, for example. And it's easier. We have access to information. Now we have a doctor face-to-face on meeting, for example. So let's go to the next question. So Marconio, can you start answering the question 7? Do you think that any technology can be harmful to our health and quality of life?
I think everything you do over time is bad. So 15, 14 hours on a computer is bad. And I don't know. I think it is. I think technology have been used on with careful. We have to be careful on how much do you use it. I think it
Yes,
is.
exactly. And what is your opinion, Heitor?
Yeah, I agree with Marconi. I think technology is not harmful by yourself, but the way we use the technology be probably harmful. For example, if you stay until late, wake up using your cell phone maybe, or watching some videos, maybe you have a bad quality of sleeping, and this way is become prejudicial of your health. So I think technology is not the problem. The problem is how you use the technology.
Yes, exactly. It's easier to find people that, for example, start to play video game at the night and just pause at the morning, right? Or watching TV, series, for example. And this kind of, it's one way that the technology isn't used with a good way, all right? So it can be bring some health problems, psychology problems, I think, as Marconio mentioned. And these kind of actions using the technology probably cause a lot of health problems, and you lose the most of the time your quality of life cause you stay just at home, you don't go out, you don't do exercises, and this don't help your quality of life. And what is your opinion, Juraci? Do you think that any technology can be harmful to our health and quality of life?
Yeah, sure. Uh, um, I agree with you guys. I think it's not the technology, but the way how we use it. And for example, if you oh, we have 5 minutes. If you go to bed late and keep up with your mobile and stay until late with in your small screen, and at the morning you wake up and start using your mobile, so it's like a lot of time on the screen, so that can be harmful. And a lot of time when you are working for hours without a break for your brain, so you can start a very stressful situation, and your body is gonna feel that. So I think in that way could be very, very prejudicial to your health, you know.
Yes, exactly. And what about you, Heitor? What do you think?
The question number 7. Sorry,
I
I already
think
answered.
Heitor is already
Yeah.
answered.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. So I think everybody has answered, or
Yeah.
Marco not.
Yeah.
So, okay, now let's go to the next. It's the question 8. So, Heitor, can we start? How do you think technology can be beneficial for medicine?
Let me think. Well, I think the technology increase the develop of new medicines for new diseases. For example, the way we find a vaccine for COVID-19 was extremely fast. And I think it's just thank you for the technology was helping to knowing about more that disease. Maybe if you will have to stay waiting maybe 4 or 5 years for a new vaccine, maybe the pandemic will during a long time. So I think technology was really helping to develop this vaccine.
Yes, I agree with you. In my opinion, the vaccine, it's one of the most beneficial way that the technology help us, all right? And telemedicine too, because with technology, we can talk with the doctor without go out of house. So this kind of technologies really help the medicine, the doctors, and the patients too.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And what about you, Juraci? What do you think? How do you think technology can be
agree.
beneficial?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. And from the video that you were showing us earlier, like for example the the drone, how they use it to deliver medicine to the how can I say more areas that are not easier to access, so they can send drones to deliver medicine. And also the how can I say, you already told about telemedicine, the vaccine. I think the way also how the doctors have to use the technology as well, and they have to be training to use it in deliver some telemedicine agendas as well, you know. So I think that's it.
Yes, we saw a lot of examples in the video at the beginning.
Yeah.
And the ways that the technology can help the medicine and the patients. So what about you, Marconio? What do you think about it?
I think it's all the things the video shows: the drone, the quick tests, the for example, in COVID-19, you can do a test drive. It's not a word. You arrive with your car and you make a test in your car with a quick test, and
yes, exactly.
if you are contaminated, and if not, this is cool.
Yes. So everybody is here now. So I want to know. So Jefferson, in your room, do you answering all the questions?
Almost.
Almost.
Just until 9, yeah. The 10 we didn't answer.
Okay, so please, can you answer in the question 10 for us? What
Yes, of course.
expectations do you have about your quality of life in an even more technological future?
I'm very worried about this because the intelligence artificial are trying to implant or to do it for me about algorithm, my own algorithm, and I need to fight against this algorithm. They used to say you must do this, do that. Do you like this? You like this? You dislike this, and dislike that. I'm very worried about this. And the other about metaverse. I really don't know how will be the future. As economists, I'm very worried about this because we live in a country, most of the guys have no money to pay food. How can I imagine a metaverse for all?
Yes, exactly. I agree with you. So we haven't answering all the question. So please, Heitor, can you answer the question 9 for us? Which medical technology have most impressed you so far?
I think, as I say, in China, they can follow your steps when you stay to warning another persons if you was diagnosed with a positive for COVID-19. I think it was fantastic. And I think it was a good way to monitoring the persons around you. Maybe if you get a sick as you.
Yes. So, Juraci, how was your experience today? How was the meeting? What do you think?
Oh, that one is my second here with you guys. So I think it's the first with you, okay? I think was really good, and is that subject is health in technology is a very interesting one, and I think for me was good. So yeah.
Yes, nice. And what about you, Claudio? How was your experience?
Yeah, it was amazing because you can discuss about new technology, you discuss about technology that you have been in the future. So, like Jefferson said, I'm kind of afraid the metaverse because the people will stop to leave your home and interact with another person. So I don't know what the future brings for us.
Yes, it's a mystery.
Yeah.
So, guys, that's all for today. I will send a survey link here, and I would like to have the feedback if you like this meeting, or if you dislike. If you wanna to us improve some point, please share with me in this survey, and I will really like to read all the answers. Okay, it's a pleasure have all of you here to talk about technology. I think, in my opinion, it's one of the most I don't know how can I express this, but I really like talk about technology, all right? And I think I would like to have all of you at the next week with me again, okay? So that's all for today. See you at the next week, guys.
See you, everyone.
Nice to
See you
meet you.
guys.
Good night.